All right, the time being 7:35, I will call the meeting to order. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please. Yes.
"21 supervisors are present. Supervisor Caro is excused. Supervisor Poole is absent." Okay.
Citizens' comments. Are there any citizens wishing to speak? Any citizens wishing to speak? Please state your name and address for the record.
Hello, I'm Todd Hauser. 6622 24th Avenue is 8th District here in Kenosha. I'm here representing Kenosha Area Mountain Bike Association. Sorry I didn't wear my polo tonight, but still kind of dirty from Saturday when I went to Janesville for the grand opening. They opened a pump track and a couple new trails in Palmer Park in Janesville, so we went over to celebrate with them. Just coming up today to again report on the volunteer hours that we've had at the two parks that we operate in, Silver Lake Park. On 2 days of work, we had 121 work hours, volunteer hours, among 25 workers, which includes 20 sailors from Great Lakes Naval Base that came up to do volunteer hours with us. And then in Petrifying Springs, we had 9 different days of work with 141 volunteer hours across 29 different people. Last time I was here, last month, the empaths in the crowd might have noticed that I couldn't remember if I forgot something, and of course I did. I did forget something. We've raised the most amount of money that we have in our history to build a skills park inside of it used to be called Ticonderoga Bike Trail at Silver Lake. We generally just call it Tyke now. So we've raised $7,000 from just from the community members and sponsorship from Molly Maids as well. It's the most money we've ever had. If you'd like to break that record for us, my email is todd, T-O-D-D, @canva.org. We can work something out if you wanted to break that record. We're about halfway done putting in new skills for I was going to say kids, but mountain bikers of all skills and ages. So hopefully we can still get some more work done on that this fall, weather permitting. And then lastly, I have a little time here. I have a bit of an confession to make on the work we've been doing in Petrifying Springs. When we received, when both County Parks Department and Sewer Pack and Willie Bittner at Great Lakes Trail Building, they went through and Willie put up markers for us, and we needed to stay within, I forget the exact number, but I want to say it's like 30 feet or so either side. You can go on either side of this tree 30 feet or so. So as we were building mountain bike trails, and the pink tag sends us to the left, Dustin and Casey and all of the other trail builders sort of went as far left as they could go that way. And when it asked us to go right, we kind of went as far right as possible. And by doing that, we've added some space in there for extra hiking trails that are not in the big plan. So we've tried to be keeping our eye out in terms of working and playing well with others in Petrifying Springs. We had Lisa Byron from the Kenosha Running Club came and actually came to the training day with Willie and helped us build a little bit of trail that day. So we're doing what we can to work with everybody who also wants to work with us. So hopefully here's to a couple extra hiking trails also out in Petrifying Springs. I was racking my brain all month trying to come up with a better joke than I had last week, but I don't think it's ever going to happen. So I'll thank you for your time today, and good night.
Thank you. Any other citizens wishing to speak? Any other citizens wishing to speak? Any other citizens wishing to speak? Hearing none, citizens' comments are closed. Moving on to the announcements of the chairperson. Just a reminder that tomorrow night, the Human Services Committee is having their budget meeting. It will be held at the Human Services Building, 8600 Green Bay Road. Meeting time is 5:30. And then also next week, Monday through Thursday, we have our budget hearings at the Finance Committee level on the second floor here. Those meetings start at 6 p.m. Hope many of you will attend those. And then tonight, our Youth and Governance, we have Claire Cook. Claire, nice to see you again. Thank you for being here. Moving on to supervisor reports. Are there any supervisor reports? Supervisor Grady.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Last evening, we had our meeting for Public Works, and we approved the budget tentatively. It will go before Finance this coming Tuesday. We encourage you to attend if you'd like. You'll see a couple items on the docket this evening. One's a jurisdictional transfer. The other is an acceptance of a block grant, those two items. And it's with some small regret. I mean, here we have all these meetings scheduled, but we're going to make the policy decision with our Director of Public Works that we will not have a regularly scheduled October Public Works meeting. So I know that's disappointing for many of you, but that's the news as we have it. Thank you.
Thank you, Supervisor Grady. Any other supervisor reports? Seeing none, supervisor reports are closed. Moving on to new business.
Resolution 52 from the Judiciary and Law Enforcement Committee, a resolution to approve the probationary cabaret license for Wilmot Mountain, 11931 Fox River Road, Wilmot, Wisconsin, in the town of Randall. This passed unanimously at committee. Supervisors Belsky and Garcia were excused.
Supervisor Franco?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I would move Resolution 52.
Moved by Supervisor Franco, second by Supervisor Brookhouse. Supervisor Franco.
Thank you. At the last JLEC meeting, the committee approved the resolution to approve a probationary cabaret license to VRWM Holdings LLC to be used at Wilmot Mountain. The Sheriff's Department has conducted an inspection of the premises, and it was found to be in conformity with the cabaret ordinance number 8.02. We ask for the board's support. Thank you.
Thank you, Supervisor Franco. Discussion on this, Supervisor Nordigan.
Thank you, Chair Uhas. Wilmot Mountain's been established for well over 80 years. I just want to swing my support to approving the cabaret license. They are a seasonal operation. They can make their own snow, but you got to have the cold weather. And last year wasn't too great, but they managed to put a lot of people on that hill. So I look for everyone's support on this. Thank you.
Thank you, Supervisor Nordigan. Any further discussion on this item? Seeing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion passes.
Resolution 53 from the Planning, Development, and Extension Education Committee, a resolution to approve the appointment of Michael Bastianelli to serve on the Kenosha County Land Information Council. This passed unanimously at committee. Supervisor Meadows was excused.
Supervisor Brown.
I would ask that we appoint, approve the resolution, thank you, approve the resolution for Mike Bastianelli to the
Supervisor Brown, can you move the,
microphone closer to me, sorry about that.
I need you to move the resolution.
Move the resolution, I move the resolution to appoint Mike Bastianelli to the Kenosha County Land Information Council.
Moved by Supervisor
Thank
Brown,
you.
second by Supervisor Gerstin. Supervisor Brown.
Sorry. So I would ask that everybody vote in favor of making Mike Bastianelli a member of the Kenosha County Land Information Council. His
Thank you.
information's there. If you have any questions, I saw him in the back of the room.
Okay, thank you. Any discussion on this resolution? Seeing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Resolution passes unanimously.
Resolution 54 from the Planning, Development, and Extension Education Committee, a resolution to approve the appointment of Guida Brown to serve on the Kenosha County Land and Water Conservation Committee. This passed unanimously at committee. Supervisor Meadows was excused.
Supervisor Brown.
Okay, I can do this one better. I would move to approve the resolution. Is that right?
Moved by Supervisor
Did I do it right?
Brown.
Okay.
Seconded by Supervisor Decker. Supervisor Brown.
I would ask for everyone's support in my appointment to the Kenosha County Land and Water Conservation Committee. And if you have any questions, I'm here to answer those.
Any discussion on Resolution 54? Seeing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Resolution carries unanimously.
Resolution 55 from the Planning, Development, and Extension Education Committee, a resolution to approve the appointment of Frederick Brookhouse to serve on the Kenosha County Land and Water Conservation Committee. This passed unanimously at committee. Supervisor Meadows was excused.
Supervisor Brown.
I would ask that you, I move to approve the resolution for Frederick Brookhouse to also serve on the Kenosha County Land and Water Conservation Committee.
Moved by Supervisor Brown, second by Supervisor Robinson. Supervisor Brown, is there anything else you'd like to add?
If you have any questions for him, he's here.
Any discussion on the resolution? Seeing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Resolution passes unanimously.
Resolution 56 from the Public Works and Facilities Committee, a resolution to amend a state and local highway system. This passed unanimously at committee. Supervisor Belsky was excused.
Supervisor Gray.
Move resolution number 56.
Moved by Supervisor Gray, second by Supervisor Gama. Supervisor Gray.
Thank you, Madam Chair. This is a jurisdictional transfer where, in essence, we relieve ourselves of the responsibility for Highway KR, and we take on the responsibility for Highway 75. It's an advantageous thing for the county, we think, because it should require actually less lane miles of maintenance than what we currently have. There are a couple little fine details to it. It'll no longer be called KR. It'll have a new name because that's how the state does things. They don't go for letter abbreviations. And then kind of a disappointing thing, when they have this type of road, they do not like the idea, for whatever reason, of having the roadway lit. So it is kind of a little change of direction from what that stretch of road has, lighting. I guess they're going to abandon the lighting. But other than that, it seems to be a good thing for Kenosha County, and we're pleased to bring it to you. We do have our Director of Highways and Director of Public Works here to answer any further questions, so I would ask your approval this evening.
Any discussion on the resolution? Seeing none, all in favor? Oh, Supervisor Garcia. Wait a minute. Yeah, you hit your button. Where is he? There you go.
I guess, so the state's already approved this too, and they're in an agreement with this?
That's my impression, that they are open to it and they're awaiting our signing off on the documents.
Okay. All right, that's all I wanted to know. Thank you.
Thank you, Supervisor Garcia. Any further questions or discussion on this item? Seeing none, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution carries unanimously.
Resolution 57 from the Public Works and Facilities Committee and the Finance and Administration Committee, a resolution to accept the Community Development Block Grant to support the 2024 Kemper Center Building Exterior Restoration Project. This passed unanimously at both committees. Supervisor Belsky was excused from the Public Works Committee.
Supervisor Grady.
Move resolution number 57.
Moved by Supervisor Grady, second by Supervisor Gens. Supervisor Grady.
Thank you, Madam Chair. As you know, we have an ongoing commitment to maintain our public buildings, Kemper being no exception. We're pleased to accept this grant that's coming our way. We'd ask your approval this evening.
Thank you, Supervisor Grady. There is some discussion. Supervisor Nordigan.
Thank you, Chair Uhast. To Chairman of Public Works Grady, the block grant, it says, we talk about a 10-year exterior building restoration preservation plan. Does it have to be used on the exterior of the building? What if we found some foundation issues that we could use it on? I guess, are there any extenuating circumstances that say you must be put in this bucket? Or can we use it in anywhere we think we need to use it to keep the building up or keep it from having water infiltration or, any type of other maintenance?
No, if I understand your question, the way it's worded currently, it would have to be for exterior above-grade restoration, that's my understanding, unless it were to be rewritten or do an amendment, a new document. That's my understanding.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
Thank you, Supervisor Nordigan. Any further discussion on this item? Seeing none, this does require a 2/3 vote, so please vote yes if you're in favor and no if you are against the grant.
Resolution passes unanimously. Resolution 58 from the Human Services and Finance and Administration Committees, a resolution to approve the Division of Health to use designated ARPA funds for the purchase of a LCMS instrument for the laboratory. This passed unanimously at both committees.
Supervisor Franco?
I would move Resolution 58.
Moved by Supervisor Franco, second by Supervisor Gens. Supervisor Franco.
Thank you, Madam Chair. At our last meeting, the Human Services Committee passed a resolution to approve the Division of Health to use designated ARPA funds for the purchase of a liquid chromatography mass spectrometer for the laboratory. You want me to repeat that? Took me a lot of practice to get that. The reason for this acquisition of this instrument is that it would speed up the turnaround time for urine, alcohol, and drug testing. Without the spectrometer, the health lab has to send out these specimens for analysis, which can take weeks, if not months, for results, impacting the efficiency of county law enforcement agencies and the justice system in general. The resolution passed unanimously in both the Human Services and Finance Committees. I ask for your support. Also, Lori Plummer is here if you have any questions. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Supervisor Franco. Supervisor Nordigan.
Thank you, Chair Uhas. I believe in that presentation, they also said the potential is that we may be able to do other testing for other communities and charge for it, potentially making that a income source, too. Thank you.
Thank you. Any further discussion on this item? Seeing none, this also requires a 2/3 vote.
Resolution passes unanimously. Ordinance, first reading, 2 required. Ordinance 13 from the Planning, Development, and Extension Education Committee, an ordinance regarding an amendment to the text of the Kenosha County General Zoning and Shoreland Floodplain Zoning Ordinance for the addition of battery energy storage systems as a conditional use permit. Ordinance 14 from the Finance and Administration Committee, an ordinance amending the Municipal Code for Kenosha County, Chapter 3.63, granting a former owner the right to repurchase property taken by tax deed. Communications, 45. Communication from Public Works and Facilities Committee, a resolution to approve an IGA between Kenosha County and the Village of Twin Lakes.
Refer to Public Works Facilities Committee.
46, communication from Andy M. Bueller regarding future items scheduled before the Planning, Development, and Extension Education Committee.
Receive and file.
Claims 23, Ronald Miggs property damage.
Refer to Corporation Counsel.
24, Donna Ray Matthews, other.
Refer to Corporation Counsel.
The approval of the October 1st, 2024 minutes by Supervisor Meadows.
Supervisor Meadows.
Move to approve the October 1st, 2024 County Board minutes as published.
Moved by Supervisor Meadows, second by Supervisor Morrissey. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Motion to adjourn by Supervisor Gentz, second by Supervisor Garcia. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? We are adjourned.